Okay, and now we're ready to case in. And the things to consider for that are how deep is this joint and what are we going to use to press in there. Some of our options are like these skewers. I bought these acrylic rods a long time ago. That's another option. And this is the kind of thing, it's like you have a board with the acrylic rod stuck to it to help press in there. But this actually seems quite thick, like maybe it's too thick. I would need a thinner. I think these actually fit better than the acrylic rods. Anyway, that's just part of it. So you just need to take that into account when you're going to glue this up and on there, and then we close it, and then we have to press it here in this area. And you have to jog it to the spine, center it, head and tail, looking here and here, making sure that the square is good, both sides. And I like to start in the back in case anything goes wrong. And I'll put a weight on the book so that it's not moving around, because we're not doing the whole end sheet, we just have a hinge here. Okay. So first off, you PVA these two together. Then I'll put some PVA here. Not on the spine though. Oops. My PVA is mixed with methyl cellulose for extra slip time. But if you're not, familiar with that or don't have it around, you can use paste, and that'll give you some extra slip time. And I'm not gluing the paper yet, because if I make a mistake and it goes in the wrong space or goes in upside down, things like that, then I have one more level to work with before I'm double checking that that's the back. It is the back. So yeah, it's a safety measure to not glue the paper first. So I'm just pulling it up, pushing in here. And then I'm going to keep that underneath there when I make this fold. So it's under the flap of paper. Now I can press in here. And once you've got it down where you don't think it's going to move around too much, you kind of peek in there. Oh, folded the paper up, that happens. And double check it to see about any wrinkles, bags. You don't want any of that, so you might give it a little tug. And then I can put it back again, a little more carefully maybe. Press on that again, and then double check all the square all the way around, and then just move on to the front. You can leave this under there if there's room and it's actually going to be flat, but if it's not, just let it be for now. Move on to the front. And now it's not going to move around, so you don't need to put the brick on. And before I do this, I would, oh, got some glue in there. That's no good. There should be no glue between this and this. And I'll usually sign my work somehow. Write my name, or the date. What is the date? Today is 7/31/17. Okay. Little wild with the glue there. Actually, I think I will put the brick there just to help me push this in more easily. I'm going to peek. And that's doing fine. Great. All right. So now, just to really solidify that, I'm just going to put it between pressing boards and under some weight. So I have a nipping press. I'm going to put it in that, but if you just wanted to let it sit under some weight for a little while, that would be fine as well. Okay. All right, now there's glue on that, so you have to get rid of that bit. And this is the side that we did not remove the mull, and I'm just going to glue that back down now, because it's all, I know that everything's in the right place. And I like to use a layer of paste because it's kind of the, you know, original end paper, although there's quite a layer here in between that. When I do that, I will also do a little bit of PVA, at least on the edges, because otherwise it can tend to just pop up, which is not good. Okay. Make sure there's not any squeeze out, or get the squeeze out of there anyway. There is some. There we go. All right. And now, if you wanted to do, you know, anything nicer here, you could actually take another little strip of this tissue and cover that up, or just go right up against it. And I'm noticing that this sticks out the end right here, and that can be just trimmed off. you know, however. And make sure the wax paper's all the way into the edge. Do another little press here. Flip it over. Same thing back here. Using some paste, and because this doesn't have the extra layer of cardboard or binder's board, whatever, it's even more important to just use paste on any original materials. I mean, original being stuff people see, especially. So that goes down, and once again that is sticking up just a little bit right there. Little thread there. Okay. See what I did there? That little jog. That's kind of important. I'm folding that to make sure I have a straight line. Put that in there. Press that again. And that's it. Now I'm just going to leave it under a weight overnight, supported by some board. So I have the shoulder hanging off the edge, and I'll just put another board on top of that. And just let that sit there overnight. And that ought to do it. So that is casing in a book. Oh, I should show you one thing, and that is the, how we did the linings. You wanted it so it would open like this, really nicely, but not be too much, or too little rather. Anyway, so that turned out nicely. Okay, that's called the peak, how the spine folds up like that. So that's it for recasing a book. Thanks for watching.